Hello and welcome to the Business of Meeting podcast. I'm your host, Eric Rozenberg. Over the years, I've had the privilege of helping businesses in the meetings and event industry grow and succeed. And I'm excited to share that experience with you. If you feel alone and overwhelmed, and if you're looking to take your business to the next level, improve your strategy and sales, and connect with like-minded professionals, you are in the right place. I invite you to visit eventbusinessformula.com and join our community of event business owners dedicated to exponential growth. Now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Business of Meetings podcast. You know, when I was a student in high school, I had the chemistry class, and I remember I had to learn what we call the Mendeleev table, which I believe in English it's the periodic table. And guess what? I had to learn it by heart. In retrospect, it sounds completely crazy, but that's what it was. And then, of course, then you had the electronic machine that you can have, then you can have access to it. And today with AI, quite frankly, all the different elements will be mixed by the AI in order to produce the end result that you would ask for, which is absolutely fascinating. So something big is really happening right now. Actually, recently, this week, read an article from Matt Schumer that is called Something Big is Happening. That makes me think a lot, and I strongly recommend you to read it. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. It's absolutely fascinating. And we are really in one of those moments that there's a big change in the history of mankind. A lot of opportunities, a lot of challenge. And it's not really about technology for me. Of course, it's technology, but not really that. It's about the value that we are bringing to what we do. And it's about who is capturing it moving forward. So in order to simplify a little bit, I would say that for years, AI was assisting, and now AI is executing. Really moved from help me write this email to build for me the entire system. And if you hear about the new development, whether it's with OpenCloud, with Claude, all the different AI coming out, is absolutely fascinating. And I must say that's also simplifying a lot of the things that we are doing. But here is for me a shift that not really many people are talking about, is that now AI is now helping build better AI. And that's something that is really an inflection point. That's where and why things are accelerating so much. So, are we going to say something that might annoy some people or make you feel uncomfortable? But I would say that if your value is based on doing the work, you are very much exposed. And I think in our industry, to be honest, whether it's writing proposals, responding to RFPs, creating decks, client communication even, or putting strategy framework together, a lot of this is now replicable. At least a lot of this can be done by the AI. Not perfectly, not yet, but fast enough to change the expectation. That means that instead of taking 5 hours to do something, it's going to take you now 10 minutes. And as recently as 2 days ago, I was just before brushing my teeth and before going to bed, I just asked Claude to do something. Actually, no, it was not Claude, it was Twin. I asked Twin to do something for me in terms of sales and identifying a certain number of people. I limit that to 500. I finish washing my teeth, and no, I don't wash my teeth in 2 seconds, but I don't take 15 minutes either. It was done. Absolutely insane. So the question obviously is not, is AI coming? AI is there. The question is, what's going to happen to everything we do? What's going to happen to the service you deliver? What will happen to your pricing, especially when your efforts basically going to go to zero? And I think that also one of the points that I'm observing, it's not where people are really looking in terms of, are we going to be replaced by the machine? I don't believe that AI is about to replace us humans, and it's definitely redefining where we are adding value as human beings, as business owners, and as professionals. And again, we're not going to be replaced by AI. I think actually the more people use AI, the more they will want to come in person, which is great for our industry. And if I think about Anthropic, for instance, they have posted a large number of job openings for their events department with salaries ranging in between 200 and 300K. So it's not a small feat. So again, AI is not going to be replacing human because people, they're still buying from people. Client, they still buying on trust. Client are still buying their judgment, and client are still buying outcomes. And so you're not going to be replaced, but you have to shift your mind about the way you're working because that is definitely at risk and that is definitely going to change. But the real shift, I believe, we need to understand is that we are no longer just doer. We are designer. In the past, we were execute, we would produce events. Now we define the problem. Now we design the solution. Now we orchestrate the tools. There's a lot of things that can be done by the AI. And so those who are going to thrive, I believe, in the future are not necessarily those who are the most intelligent, but those who can combine intelligence with systems and speed. And I would even say the other way around is define as usual. Why are we doing this event? What are we trying to achieve? How is it helping to execute the strategy of the organization? Then building the system, and then obviously using the AI to simplify, accelerate the services that we are providing. But I think really you're going to see in our industry three types of business owners. You're going to have the first one, bless the ignorers. And I don't know many people of that, but some people that would say that AI, it's hype, or they would say it's not for me. Well, good luck with that. The second type of business owners that I see is those who are using, oh yes, I heard about ChatGPT, and even if they're still using it like they're doing search for on Google, I'm using a little bit here and there to gain a little bit of efficiency, but that's it. And then you have the third type, which I believe we should all be becoming the third type, which is the one who orchestrate everything, the maestro, where we use a different type of AI, that we're building agent, that we're building system, that we're multiplying the output and scaling. Listen, when I started my first business, we didn't have, or was it even the beginning of the internet, but we didn't have all this technology. We didn't have the opportunity to hire a virtual assistant anywhere in the world. And you needed a lot of resources and a lot of people. Look, today, with a small team, well organized, a lot of agent, again, starting to what is it that you're trying to achieve? Why are you doing what you're doing? But there's a lot of opportunities. There's never been a better time, I think, to be a business owner. And that's, I know I keep hammering that, but I'm totally convinced of that. So, what should you do with this? What should you, as a business owner in the meetings and event industry, need to be doing? Let me make it simple for you. First of all, you need to use AI every single day. It's not once in a while, it's not over the weekend. Every single day, you need to try, you need to work with different tools, always going back to what you're doing in your daily life and your business, but trying to make sure that you're leveraging the technology. Now, the opposite of it is spending morning till evening looking at different tools because it's accelerating at such a pace that every day almost there's something new coming out. So I would say pick one or two, go deep into that, and then go to another one. But every day you need to be on AI. Start building workflow. Start thinking more about, okay, this is a task I'm doing, this is an activity I'm having, this is the type of service I'm delivering. What is the workflow? And then look at that, map that will help you afterwards. And basically, you'll be giving better prompts to your AI as well. And audit your business. Ask yourself questions based on the workflow. What can be automated? What should that be? What must stay human? And then you need to double down on the things that AI cannot replace: the relationships, the positioning, the decision making. That has to be on your shoulders. And also creating unique experiences. This is something that obviously is not going to be replaced because of the human interaction. So the reality is that AI is replacing the execution. It's not replacing ownership. So think about it. Think where in the process you can delegate, where you can leverage technology, where you can ask the AI, which is absolutely insane. I'm very excited actually with all the opportunities, and of course, I have now Eric AI, which is a 24/7 mentor coach for our industry. I have friends that have they've opened one window with a specific AI, which is very well known, and one with Eric AI, and they've asked the same question, and they say it's mind blowing. But that's not the purpose of this episode. But it's obviously something that is available, and I'm working on. If you have any question, of course, reach out to me for that. Most people will wake up with this, but it'll be too late. And so it's not because they're not smart. It's not because they don't see the reality, but it's because they are busy. It's because they're being reactive. In the same way that when I'm coaching group and I asking who here should be involved in sales, everybody raised their hand. Okay, great. And then I said, who here has 1 hour block in their calendar to call prospect every day? And it's very surprising the few number of people that raise their hand. I think it's really exactly the same here. You should block time every day to be on AI and not be too busy to do the work. And that's exactly what's becoming less valuable, is to be busy doing the work. I would not panic, like in the Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic, but take action now. This week, you need to start playing with all the different tools because the opportunity is now, and you need to be on the ball. You need to look at all these different tools. It is the same principle. Instead of delegating to other human beings, you're going to delegate to AI all the repetitive tasks, all the research, all the different elements that are in your process. This is something that you should not be doing next month. It should be done by a different agent. And that's all I wanted to tell you about. There's obviously much more to discuss. I'm having now regular workshop and groups with a small group of people. We're discussing how we're applying AI, what are we doing, which I think it's important, fascinating. And as usual, when it's unknown is a little bit scary. But guess what? It's only when you go out of your comfort zone that you're learning. And the possibilities today are just amazing. Once again, it is the best moment to own your business. I hope you got some value from this episode, and I look forward to seeing you at the Future Industry Conference or on the next episode. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to the Business of Meeting podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoyed the show, the most important thing you can do is leave a review and share it with your colleagues. It really helps spread the word. I truly appreciate your support. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level, don't forget to visit eventbusinessformula.com to learn more about how we are helping even business owners like you. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next time.